Hello, it's Shad's back again with a new game. This is SimplePlanes. Now, I've done some messing around with this. I've done the tutorial and I've built some planes and so on and so forth, but essentially I'm going to be starting from scratch again for the sake of showing you the tutorial and all the other bits and pieces. I've turned the music off to avoid getting any copyright claims, and we're just going to go through the school part. So we're going to build our first plane, depending on how quickly we get through this. We're going to try and do all of this at least in one episode. So build the first plane, practice landing, go on a first solo flight, ground school, and weapons. So, and then after that you can go on and do all kinds of races and gun training, and you can have a go at that, which is a nightmare, and that's even worse. And then there's other bits where you can basically completely sandbox it and build and fly on your own with no rules, no any, you literally just do whatever you want. There's dogfights, there's races against computer opponents, and you can download planes, which is pretty cool. There's no multiplayer, unfortunately, so it's all against AI if you do any flying against it. But, hopefully it's something they're going to think about adding in the future, because multiplayer on this would be awesome. So we're going to build our first plane. And then we'll go to start, and you start off, so you can rotate the view around by clicking and dragging. Go ahead and try not to just try not to click on any parts. So you can essentially just 100% complete that by doing a 360 on there. You can also zoom in and out with the mouse wheel, and reset with the eye. Boop. There we go. So open the part list by clicking on the button with the plus symbol. And there we go. Structure, and start putting blocks. So you just literally drag the block, put it next to where you want to go. There we go. Keep building. We just keep going. Nice and simple. Oops, hello. Boop. Boop. Keep going. 4 more to go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, of course, if you hold the left button down, you can sort of rotate it around like that. So let's go back. Oh no, it's the nose cone. Let's add some front. Oh no, we need a block on the front. That's me not reading. So boop. 1 more block. Boop. And then a nose cone. Bam. There we go. Starting to take shape. So we'll twist you around there. And they want an angled block on the back. Now, of course, it's facing the wrong way, so we have to click on there. Rotatey, rotatey. Right, so after that, we need to add the wings. So a structural wing. So this isn't actually the main part of the ring with the ailerons and all that kind of stuff. It's just like a piece of wing that is like the base part of it, I suppose. So bam, there we go. Now click the wing properties, boop, and edit the wing shape. So we have to match the green bit there by dragging out, and bam. Good stuff. Open the part list, boop, more wings, structural. Right, that one needs a block apparently. Yep. And another one, and another one. Boop. Right, so we want landing gear, so let's just rotate so we can see what we're doing there. There we go. Large retractable gear. How's that? Bam. And propulsion. Now obviously we've got all kinds of different bits and pieces here. Why you'd want a car engine on there, I don't know, but you've got vertical takeoff landing and all that, and jet engines and all that kind of stuff, but we're going for a standard T1000 blade. Bam, because this is the tutorial after all. And the blade count, make 5 blades. Boom. Let's just twist that back up. There we go. So go back to here, propulsion, away from the propulsion back to parts and wings, and we can have a primary wing. Boop. Right, so we need to adjust the shape of the wing. And that one goes up. There we are. We're done. And then put the horizontal stabilizers on the back of the plane. Oops, hello, I'm going to need to... There we go. Let's pull that. There we are. So, boom. Edit their shape so that we get the right shape there. Boop. Out one. That needs to go down one. That goes down one. And the tail, the vertical stabilizer, goes on there. And we can edit the shape of that bad boy by nice and easy. Nicely does it. So we need a rear wheel so that the tail doesn't scrape on the floor when we land. Retractable landing gear again. Boop. But it needs to... There we go. Look at that. Can now mirror the plane to duplicate your work on the other side. So that's another really useful thing. So what you can do is you can work on the one side, get it looking exactly how you want it, as it has here. Let me zoom out a bit. There we go. So you get it looking how you want it, and then all you got to do is click on mirror aircraft, mirror, and away you go. Look at that. So you essentially have our first plane. It doesn't look like much, but you know, it is what it is. So excellent, you've built your first plane. You can now click the play button on the right hand side to try it out. So once you've built your plane, all you've got to do is click that. It'll load up some scenery. Jobs are good and can't go wrong, can you? So we need to press the left shift to increase the throttle to 100%. That's quite loud in my ears. I hope it's not too loud for you. When you get to 100 miles an hour, press S to pitch back. Now we've got to climb to 2,500 feet. Da-na-na. (2,500 feet). Click the activation panel and click on the gear. You can lift the gear up. That's cool. And we've done it. So, oh, hello. Uh-oh, uh-oh. Anyway, exit. Yeah, clicking the right mouse button turns the mouse into the controller. So it turns it into mouse controls, which kind of gets really confusing because then when you press the buttons, they do completely different things. So that's one thing to look out for in the settings. Obviously, you can set up. I mean, I tend to use a controller. I'm not for this particular point, but you can, you can configure controls and so on and so forth. You can turn that off. Don't want mouse as a joystick, but if you click the right button in the game, it actually automatically does it. So yes, anyway, so let's get back from there. So we've done building the first plane. So landing practice. So we need to up the right, don't use your throttle, you need to slow down as much as possible. Right, okay, press S to keep your nose up. We don't want it at 0%, surely. Apparently we do need to just turn the engine off, which to me is a little bit of a worry, but you know, it is what it is. Dun, 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 dun. In we come. So keep the nose up and... oh, slightly bumpy. B for brake. Bam. Ta-da! We've done it. Nice and simple. First solo. This could be interesting. Right, this is a different plane. Let's accelerate them up. Let's do this. So I'll keep it a relatively steady. Oh! We missed one. Let's change the cockpit view. Let's settings, controls. I can't remember what it is to change the cockpit view. View. Activate camera look. Don't really want to do that. We want. Where are they? Where are they? Ah, cockpit view is F1. So that's what we want to do. There we are. Let's get through that. Oh, we've gone too high now. Hang on. Right, let's just go for this one. We've missed another one, but it's okay. We'll... Oh, probably a little bit too much power. So much easier with the controller, it's got to be said. We got that one, that's cool. Sweet, we could probably stand to pop the power up a little bit. The nose does want to climb a little when you're at full power, but that's cool. So we're going to arc our way back round again. Bring that power down. Oh, nicely done. So, need to try and straighten ourselves up for the approach. Easy does it. Oh. Right, so according to the tutorial, we just have to turn the engine off and drift in. Which is apparently the way to do it. Seems to be going okay at the moment. We could probably do with a bit of juice just to... Otherwise we're going to fall a bit short of the runway, I think. We're good, we're good, we're good. We're good. Get ready for the brakes. Down we come. There we go. Hit the brake button. And a bit of a bounce, but we're good to go. Completo. Excelente. So we did the first solo, so ground school. Building planes is fun, you need to know a little physics to make them fly. Well, that's fine. Here's a plane, get comfortable, we're going to talk about this plane and how it works. Well, it's kind of self-explanatory. Fuselage, that's the body. Primary wings, they're large and provide lift. That's okay. They're usually semi-symmetric. Aerofoil, which means they produce lift even when flying perfectly level through the air. Okay. Primary wings have aileron control surfaces. These are the flaps that move up and down. Give you roll. So when one goes up and one goes down, it forces the plane to roll. That's cool. The tail section, the horizontal stabilizers, they help the plane stay level and prevent unwanted pitching. They use symmetric airfoils, which means they do not produce lift when flying perfectly level through the air. Otherwise, the tail would start going up, and you'd end up with the nose pointing down. Horizontal stabilizers have elevator control surfaces. They're controlled by moving the flight stick forward or backwards and cause the nose of the plane to tilt upwards or downwards. When the pilot pushes forward, yep, okay, they go down and the plane nose goes down, and vice versa. The vertical stabilizer stops it swaying left and right, and the little flappy bit at the rudder causes the plane to yaw left and right. Rudder pushes the tail around and causes the nose of the plane to turn in the opposite direction. You might be tempted to think that the rudder is the best way to turn the plane. Actually, the most effective way to use is to use the ailerons to bank the plane in the direction you want to turn and then pull back on the elevator. Rudder is used in more advanced maneuvers. Every plane has a specific point where it could balance perfectly if it was gently placed on a fulcrum. This is called the centre of mass. Typically a bit behind the front edge of the main wing. Okay. Moving it back will increase the agility up to a point, but be careful because moving it too far back makes the plane unflyable. Another important point is the centre of lift. You consider the strength and location of the wings, and relationship between the centre of mass and the centre of lift is important. And prop engines, centre of thrust. So the centre of thrust on a prop engine is at the front because the engine's usually at the front. At the jet engine, it's at the back, and then a VTOL engine, it's usually in the middle. You can toggle the COM, COL, and COT indicators on and turn them on or off at any point in the menu, which is handy. Jet engines usually have a jet inlet. They need air to breathe. If you have jet engines, it's a good idea to put an inlet in your plane to make sure the engines are getting enough air. Inlets do not need to be directly connected to a jet engine. As long as you put the inlet on your plane, the air will be magically directed to any jet engines. Nice. Boom. And then weapons, we're probably not going to get into... Right, okay, so we have guns. You can fire the guns by using space if they're connected air to ground missiles. Yeah, I'm gonna skip all that for the time being, and we're gonna go straight to build and fly. So this is the plane that we had earlier. So I want to start with a completely new one. So boop. Okay, let's create a completely new aircraft. Going to spend a few minutes on this. We're going to probably go up to about 25 minutes. So let's just start off with a bit of structure, as we did before, except this time we're going to go for a slightly different approach as per the wings. So, oh, hello. There we go. Right. Okay. So we'll have keep it going for the time being. You need to just get the main structure of the body going. Could probably do with just twisting that around slightly. There we are. It just snaps on there, but it can be a little bit. Okay, I'm going to go for a long angle block there. There we are, just to make it look a little bit, let's zoom in a little bit. Right, okay, so let's get let's get some wings. So we go structural wing about there. Just edit the shape of it. And I'm going to zoom out a little bit. I'm going to make it a hoofing grate thing. And we'll just bring it in actually a little bit because it's going to look a bit ridiculous. There we go. Right. Done. And then, oops, hello. We'll go back. Structural, let's do some blocks here. Because what we're going to do is we're going to mount a jet engine on there. So go back and do wings. Let's do primary wing. Let's pop that back there. Shape it. Edit. Bring it in. Just a touch. That should be good. We could probably do with maybe reducing that size a little bit, but I think we should be okay. Done. Semi-symmetric. Add control surface. That looks good. So we've got the aileron there. That's pretty sweet. And maybe we should finish it off with, oh, hello. Let's do that again. We'll go back, structural. Put a block on there with an angled block on the front. Oh, that looks horrible. How about, take that off and throw it in the bin. We'll go for an angled corner. No. Horrible. A long. Oh, could we get away with maybe long angled block? That's no. Actually, I quite like that. I'm not going to use it, but it does look pretty cool. I wonder if we could get away with a fuselage cone. That's way too big. About a nose cone. See, that looks okay. And then another one this end. And we'll return it. Oops. Bam. There we go. What's wrong with that? That looks pretty sweet. So let's put, I'm going to zoom in a little bit. We'll go back there and we're going to put, ooh. I'm going to put landing gear on the retractable landing gear. Boom. Could probably do with rotating it. Is that all right? Which way does it retract? I don't know. Do you know what that'll do? That'll do. That'll do. Right, okay, so effectively I want to put an engine on there, so we're going to go back and I want to put structural. No, it's not structural, it's wings. Put a long pylon. Let's twist that under. Right, we'll go underneath now. So the long pylon can go there. There we are. And then we can do propulsion. We'll put a blasto. There we go. And an inlet on the front. How does that look? Oh yeah. How cool is that? Okay, so I want to make sure that I've got a horizontal stabilizer. Probably make that a little bit bigger actually because of the, in fact, we could probably make that body a lot longer. Thinking about it, let's take that off and leave it to one side. We'll go back and structure. Let's do a couple more blocks. Sweet. Right, so then we can take that, pop that in there, edit the shape. Boop. Probably needs to be quite large. Yeah, I'd say that looks good enough. Oop, I keep clicking the wrong button, so we need to go back to wings and vertical stabilizer. Edit the shape on that bad boy, because we need to probably bring that forward so that it's level with that. Pop that up there like that. Done. How are we looking? It's all wing. Okay. So from here it was mirror aircraft. Mirror. Oopsie. I don't want that. Boop. Right, okay, so let's zoom out a little. Da, da, da. Oh yeah, how cool is that? Now, of course, the one thing you've got to remember is the fact that it's probably going to be quite tail heavy. So yeah, the center of mass. Yeah, you could probably do with maybe making it a little bit heavier at the front, possibly. Let's just take that off. Move the cockpit forward a little bit. And let's get some blocks. Let's just move that back a bit actually. We'll just put a couple of blocks behind there as well. There we go, look at that. Looks a fair bit better. So we can then large retractable landing gear. Boop. That could probably do with twist. Let's get underneath. Oh, there we go. Could probably do with being back a little bit, couldn't it? There we go. And then, oh, hello. How are we looking? Yeah, that looks pretty cool. So what we can do then is we go back here and then hit this one. And I'm going to save it. I'm going to call it Jet 1. Oh, except I've got my caps lock on. Jet 1. Save. There we go. Let's put it on the tarmac. So, yeah, it looks okay. Although I do think the back end is slightly, yeah. I want to be able to move the camera around. Is that it there? No. Do you know what? Let's try and take off, see what happens. We're good. We're good. We've got some lift. Oh yeah, she flies. She tilts slightly to one side for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why. But she takes off. Let's get into the cockpit. Oh yeah. Not too shabby. Now the question is, does she land? Because I haven't taken the landing gear up. So let's get... okay, so we're going to bring it down. Bring it down, bring it down. Oops, hello. That was a bad move. So we need to just 90 degrees and then loop it round. Oh yeah, we're coming in hot, coming in hot. Oh! We made it. Oh yeah, we made it. Let's just have a look. She's in... landing gear isn't actually down. Oh dear. So let's... Oh, the landing gear is down. Well, oh dear. Probably have done with being a little... Oh. Brilliant. We could probably do with putting a few more blocks under there to raise it up a little bit more. But other than that, it's pretty cool. Like it a lot. So, I'm going to leave it there. Overshot by a few minutes, but I'm sure you'll appreciate that it was good fun. And maybe I'll return with a little bit more... yeah, it doesn't... Yeah. The wheels don't even reach the ground. Fantastic. Yeah, maybe I'll return and we'll design another one. If there's any designs you want to see me do, leave a comment in the comment section down below, and I'll see if I can do it. In the meantime, thanks for watching. I'll catch you later. Bye for now.